Try these. I was in San Saba, Texas,
All right.
which declares itself the pecan capital of the world, and bought 5 fucking pounds of pecans.
Would you do crack them and then put them in there?
Yeah. You run them through a machine.
Oh, the machine?
It's got this big hopper, and it runs the pecans up one at a time, all single file like, and squeezes them, and then it hits them with a compressed air cylinder thing, and it applies just the right amount of force to crack a pecan, no matter what size it is. Oh,
Science.
for a pecan. A pound of them.
So what I was saying earlier was we used to have a fucking... Damn it, I broke some meat off.
That's all good.
We used to have a... my grandparents' house. There was... The neighbor behind us had a walnut tree.
And, these aren't walnuts.
No. These aren't walnuts. When I first saw them, I thought they were walnuts, which sparked this conversation. Fuck you, Forrest. So I was like, anyways, so they had a walnut tree, and so like it would hang over just enough into our backyard that every winter we got to get walnuts from it. Mm-hmm. And I guess they were all cool with it or whatever because I did it anyway. And so like every winter, like before the freeze, the first like freeze of the year, like all the walnuts fall off the tree and they're in these like soft balls.
Yeah.
And then after the freeze, I think, and there's probably more to it. Like it's probably not this simple, but basically after the first hard freeze, you can pick them up and eat them. I don't know. You take the ball off. I think the ball falls off after that point. Is what it is. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's really cool.
You gotta take the balls off the nuts before you put them in your mouth.
Take the balls off the nuts. Fuck is going on?
Delicious. I always feel like an old man, you know? Just sitting here eating pecans. I feel like I'm on a back porch with like a swing or something. Just sitting here shelling these, throwing them on the ground, staring off at a lake.
Pecans are good though.
Oh, fucking dope.
Like, I feel like we could talk a lot about a good nut. And, like, the whole conversation would just have these huge sexual overtones.
I'm wondering if we would be mature enough for it.
Well, we're genuinely like pecans, right? Like, they have a completely different flavor.
Oh, yeah.
From something like a cashew.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
God forbid, a pistachio.
Oh, fuck it. Go. Kill me now.
I actually love pistachios. I just don't like fucking with them.
You know what?
The taste
That is why
fine.
I don't eat so many nuts.
I know, it's like their defense mechanism is working.
Mm-hmm.
It's a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm. They're durable.
Pecans are good, though.
Sunflower seeds, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah, they're delicious.
I'm not going to sit there and fucking spit something that I'm
I know, but have you ever had a handful of already shelled sunflower
They're wonderful.
kernels? They're amazing.
They're wonderful. They're
so
delicious.
Fucking... And there's flavor. There's so much flavor.
So high in
packed
good fats and
such a ton-
proteins.
Yeah!
Oh, they're great for you. I'll eat. Have you ever eaten just like a scoop of peanut butter?
We've talked about this before. We both have a problem with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I can't stop.
You keep saying that, but I told you last time it's incredibly unhealthy.
Is it?
That's always your response, and you're a scientist.
It's high in sugars. Like, I know it's going to be high in sugars because they have to make it, they artificially sweeten it a little bit. But, like, beyond that, it's got, what, good cholesterol, a lot of protein. Is it really that bad for you? Is it any worse than, like, I don't want to compare it to a candy bar. Like a protein bar or a Nutri-Grain.
Protein bars should be technically good for you.
Nutri-Grain bars are terrible for you.
Yeah, but Nutri-Grain is a fucking evil company. I mean, like, a lot of, like, newer protein stuff. If you go look specifically for a healthy protein bar that's designed to do exactly what you want it to, you can find it. Yeah. Usually you have to order it or go to a health store.
That seems unreasonable.
Either way, I don't think anything that comes in a box is as good for you as they want you to think it is.
That's probably fair.
And, like, I don't even fault them necessarily for that. I just think that when you're processing 1 million ingredients per second and sending them through a big contraption, it's like there's got to be... I don't know. Pecans.
They are good. God, they are good.
Now, you can make a pie.
Oh, yeah. Surprisingly few pecans to make a pie. like a few cups. I think it was like maybe like a half a pound's worth or something like that.
Look at that meaty nut.
That is a meaty nut, yo. That is a fine meaty nut.
I'm testing our maturity here.
We're finna fail every time.
I don't know about that. It's Halloween.
It is Halloween today.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
It's my friend's birthday, too. He has a Halloween birthday. Happy birthday, friend.
That's rad.
I'm not going to throw his name. He probably wouldn't give a shit, but, like, I'm not going to. I wouldn't.
You haven't earned your right to be on this
I
podcast.
didn't ask. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I would put this dude on any podcast I do. Except for the podcast where I jerk off to myself. Because that's just me and myself.
But a podcast.
It's a recording of myself, and he talks, and I jerk it and talk. It is a podcast.
It's better than this podcast.
It's got more meaty nuts. So happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Welcome to this episode. This is it. This is what this episode is.
Is that like what you scrawled on that paper? Are you trying to give me show notes?
Yeah. Yeah. While we were sitting here chowing down on these pecans, I realized how ridiculous what we were doing was. And so I grabbed a piece of paper and just wrote the one where Forrest and Ben eat pecans and showed it to Ben.
And then showed it to me as if that's supposed, like, I was like, okay. So is that the episode now? We're just going to eat pecans?
No, the episode.
If you guys ever wanted a sneak peek into the creative process. I mean, I know we're both miserable. You're pushing into the, we're getting towards the end of this semester, so.
Oh my god, dude.
So it's god awful, I'm sure.
And not only
I'm getting in the holiday hours now.
Not only do I have 2 different research papers and more midterms, which are all just essays coming up, but also, I have like 3 different charity things I'm doing right now. One of them is Team Seas. You should go to teamseas.org. Every dollar donated is a pound of trash out of the ocean. Another one is one about climate change, and another one is about building hospitals. So I'm working on those. Those haven't been released yet, so I can't even. I'm contractually obligated to not talk in detail about one of them. But like, we've got that going on, and I'm still way fucking behind on editing and finishing the new YouTube video, the next episode of Reacteria, because of all that other shit.
You're fine.
And then I had like this weekend that I had set aside, and was gonna crank some shit out, and I was in fucking Texas for a funeral. And ended up, all I got out of it was it's an ass load of pecans. It was a funeral for somebody that I didn't know.
You got pecans, though.
I did get pecans out of the deal, and that's pretty sick.
Hey, Editing Forrest here. Before this episode goes any further, I just realized that I am going to have to cut the names out of this next story so as not to risk hurting anybody who may have been around while this story was unfolding, or may even be a surviving participant in this story, unlikely as that scenario might be. So if you notice any weird, jarring cuts in this next segment, that's all I'm doing. I'm just cutting out the names. I'm not changing anything else. I figured that was better than like putting in bleep effects over the names, which could be really startling to someone listening, or trying to re-record in new names, which is going to sound really awkward and terrible and be hard to follow. So that's it. All I'm changing here is the names. I'm just cutting those out, and I'm even leaving one in. So enjoy this story with that in mind.
Fucking, did I ever tell you that his great grandpa, I think it was, he was living in a house with his wife, and we just called Nana, who was a very 1,000-year-old woman who lived in a electric wheelchair and still for some reason needed to be pushed around as well.
Was the battery dead?
I don't know what the situation was. It was the whole thing was insane. He didn't really talk, which was a shame, because she could have told us a lot about like what Stonehenge was for and how the pyramids were built.
Of course.
But anyway,
damn.
they're
really
living.
going in on this Nana.
They're all dead. They're living with her grandma, as well as like, I swear to God, like 12 other old people that I don't even know what they're doing there. Like, it was some fucking weird ass rural Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation.
Yeah. They were just doing a thing.
There's all there. It was like, I don't know.
It's like that. It's like that out there.
It do be like that though.
And together you save some money.
They are all living there. Somehow they pick up this woman named Sharon. This woman smoked 10 packs a day since before she was born. Her voice, we thought she was joking. It was crazy. And fucking, she moves in there. I think they found her at a truck stop. Just there. Like someone just dumped her there. I don't know. But she fucking gets there and starts hooking up with who is 93 at the time. Just dumps his wife for Sharon and just fucking runs off into the sunset together with this woman who is a cigarette, and fucking they live happily ever after, which was about 3 weeks. And fucking like just the drama at 90 fucking 4 years old with these people. Man.
I hope I don't have that shit going on.
Thanksgiving was weird that year.
I would imagine. You know what? Thanksgiving is going to be weird this year.
What's happening?
I don't know.
You're just preparing for it?
Nothing's happening. I don't even know if I'm going to do it.
Yeah. It's hard, yo.
What the fuck is a holiday?
I
do get to go for the first time in like 6 years. I'll be able to go fucking trick-or-treating with my kids tonight.
All right.
When I get off work.
Oh, good.
So that's insane.
Where do you take them?
Where?
No. Just around the neighborhood?
Probably. I don't know. Our neighborhoods don't do anything like they used to anymore. It's like all the neighbors hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they hate everybody's kids.
If you think about trick-or-treating, like, critically, it is weird. Like, you're walking up, literally you're looking for strangers with candy.
If you think about any holiday tradition critically, it's weird.
Also,
that's kind of the point.
Like, I've been in some disgusting houses before. The kind where you walk in for a minute and you walk out and you can still smell it, like, on your clothes, you know? I don't want to get candy from that place. Certainly don't want to give it to a kid. Like, hey, Mom, why is my Snickers bar... This one smells like cat poop, and this one doesn't.
You're supposed to eat... Well, the kids are going to eat... They don't care.
This is bizarre. I haven't had trick-or-treaters to my house in a long time because I live right next to this fucking big-ass Catholic church. And, like, one time, in the middle of the day, someone came and knocked on my door. And it was these two Catholic children. And they were like, hey, we're raising money for our church. And I was like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? And this woman standing way out in the back is like, this is their way of trick-or-treating. And she did, like, little air quotes. I'm like, fucking just let them trick-or-treat then. If they had asked me for candy, I would have given it to them. I have so much here. I always buy so much candy.
So they asked for money?
They're raising money for the church.
I don't want to do that.
Get fucked. I'm never... No. Absolutely not. Your gift on Halloween is rejection.
Damn.
But, like...
That's rough.
If they had asked for candy, I had a bowl there, ready to go. And they're not allowed to trick-or-treat because that's the devil. But, like, I always get, like... one kid who comes my way because I leave the porch light on. I have pumpkins outside and I am the only house on the block that does it. And like usually we've been there for a few years. Usually there's one kid who shows up like near the end of the night and clearly everybody else is shut down. They're just looking for any houses left and they see my house. So I guess it doesn't stand out so much that it's the only one that has the light on. And so one fucking kid will come over and I'll have this huge fucking bowl of candy. I'm like, you know, you're the only person who came this way this year. And they're like, oh, okay. And I just dump the whole fucking bowl of candy in their bag.
Yeah.
To make that kid's night. Because I don't want it.
What are you going to do with all that candy? It's
right?
for the kids.
We always have candy around the house. Like we have bags and like, you know what I'm talking about. I've got a jar right here on the table.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, candy all over the house because it's
you candy motherfucker.
It's festive. You know what I mean? It makes people
festive.
happy.
It makes people happy. You just
I don't
bring
want
them
to eat
down
it.
a hall. You pull out a Twix. You give them the Twix. You stab them in the back.
With the
festive. It's a Halloween.
That's what it's all about. What a weird thing we do.
It is weird. It's very weird.
It's a spooky time. It's my favorite time of year though, because like Halloween, ma'am, nobody gets mad when you do eat too much candy. Nobody gets mad when you scare children. Nobody gets mad when you walk around dressed like a lunatic. You know? Nobody gets mad when you fuck with people. It's a great time. Also, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that people with, like, anxiety, depression, childhood trauma, XYZ, enjoy scary, spooky things because it's still scary to them, but it's a scary that they're able to be in charge of and control and decide that they want to be a part of, rather than just the scary that's always in their mind against their will all the time. And so, like, it's a mental calming mechanism to, like, be in control of the fear.
Yeah.
And it makes you happy, which makes sense. Probably has a great deal to do with, like, why I enjoy such morbid things and why I almost brag about, like, fucking how many cadavers I've dissected and shit like that. And I'm like,
I don't know. That's like pretty normal for people.
Enjoy
like
the uncomfortableness because I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great for me because I'm in charge of cutting up this human.
Get one of these pecans.
They're so good.
I don't know. I like Halloween. It's fun. It's for kids. They're all for kids.
It's the most wonderful time of year, dude.
Everything is for children. It is like a good time. Like the holidays are good.
Deep statements from Ben
Deep
Hendricks.
statements. Oh, my boss is texting me.
Tell him to wait while you consume pecans.
Freaking out.
You're off the clock. What's is he paying you now? Is he paying you now to give a shit?
Hold on, man. Maybe.
we'll find out, and then I will decide whether or not I am outraged. That's one thing I never understood as well, was the way that you work off the clock. You know what I mean? Not you specifically. Anybody. The way that we have to worry about our social media profiles being right.
I don't really do that as
Maybe
much.
have to come in early, maybe have to stay late. The way that you, even if you're not actually doing work.
You
the
stay
way that,
late a lot.
like, if you were on vacation at this moment, what would you be thinking about? You know what I mean? You'd thinking about what the shit you have to do at work.
Maybe.
If I was in a fucking beautiful tropical environment, surrounded like in my dreamland with crystal clear water and cool ass fucking echinoderms hanging around on the seafloor, that would be fucking awesome. 80% of my mind at least would be like, oh fuck, I gotta film a video.
I know, right? Well, you would probably just work on vacation and bother everyone.
Correct content. Be one of those obnoxious ass YouTubers, like fucking at some like Holocaust memorial. Like, what's up, you guys? I'm here at the saddest thing I've ever seen. Smash that like button.
God damn. We could do like Halloween horror stories where we just go like find like the worst like murder case and just like document it.
This person died.
And then get likes.
This person killed this person and they died.
Are you talking
Hit
about
subscribe.
just like morbid content?
I was specifically meaning just like shitty, disrespectful YouTube folk, but like
We could do that too.
even it's weird. YouTube celebrities, even when they are not being shitty, I feel like people around them are. And this isn't just specifically YouTube celebrities. I should say any like
Celebrity.
I saw a video. It was Markiplier at Disney World. And it was just...
we talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah, he was just... When we talked about... On the celebrity episode, we talked
Oh, we did?
about this,
Yeah. And he was just fucking standing there.
And that guy was
And
like...
people were just... And it was like a 30-minute video of people just following him around, just getting like behind a bush, just getting like just videos of him just sitting there talking to his friend. I think he was with a young lady. And he was going just existing as humans. And people are just like, oh my God. I'm like, fucking, oh, what, why? Why?
Because they don't understand. Because they're dumb. It's because people suck, man. That's why, like, once you reach that status, like, you probably stop caring about people.
Do you think that's why celebrities are so out of touch? Because if they try to be, they'll just be inundated with a fire hose of bullshit.
I think it's part of it. I mean, like, why do you think I hardly give a shit about politics anymore?
Because it's almost like, what's the point?
Like, I still do, but, like, I don't really talk about it. And when I do, I usually get in a fight with whoever I'm talking to about it.
Right.
Doesn't matter what their opinion is.
Right.
All I have to do is say, I can see your point of view, but also I think this. And then that's it. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
And fuck them. Fuck it. You all deserve the fuck to death pile of shit that you're going to have by the end of this. Sorry.
Fuck to death pile of shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like people. I just think
The compassion fatigue.
I think y'all fucked up, man. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, man. It's real bad.
But that's not, today's a good day. We got pecans.
We do have pecans, though.
And that's a good festive fall nut.
As opposed to a summer nut like macadamia. We're not fucking crazy in here.
Do you have any macadamia nut?
No, it's what I look like. A summerman. Some sort of Hawaiian shirt wearing flip-flop boy. It is All Hallows Eve in here, and I sit before you now
You fucking can't even talk
in
right.
NASA sweatpants and a bathrobe.
Piece of shit.
We're gonna eat pecans.
We've been eating pecans. We've been eating pecans and talking about how we don't know what life is anymore.
For 22 minutes.
It's not even enough time.
Nah. But today,
Today is a relaxed episode.
It is what it
chill. We're laid back. We were supposed to pick like some spooky topics. I think is what we wanted to do.
and life ended up being insane for both of us.
Yeah.
So now here we are. We just kind of start in, and we're both like, hey, we both actually have a
pecans.
lot of things going on. We both like probably need to make a shorter episode today. I just got back in town and like am now able to do this. Life is what life is, and now here we are eating pecans for at least 100 strangers on the internet to hear. And if you have dysphonia,
friends. What's that?
or is it misphonia? It would be misphonia. Yes.
What is
Misphonia is the when you can't fucking stand like the sound of chewing or something like that. If you hear like lip smacking or whatever, there's other triggers, but like it is viscerally like just disturbing and disgusting, and like it makes you crawl out of your skin. You know what I mean?
That sucks, man.
Yeah. Enjoy this episode if you do.
Damn.
That's the spooky thing for you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
your
kinda
Halloween
it's
horror.
Kind of scary.
You get
'cause
to
we're,
listen
like,
to us and
eating
macking and
nuts.
snacking on pecans.
Yeah, I can see how that would be kind of like a celebration
Yeah.
of the macabre. Just stop doing that.
Just consuming pecans, yo. Delicious.
You're just throwing shit.
Yeah,
You're just
well,
making a mess.
It's delicious. It's a delicious mess. I think that like when I was down in Texas, I met a great deal of ducks, and I think
Go on.
I met a great many ducks, and like
Yeah.
I want to do something with that up here. You know what I mean? I want to make a
What?
duck video.
A duck video?
Yeah, there's plenty of.
I'll make a duck video with
Well,
you.
that's all I've been thinking about because like I was like we were driving about and like I'm got 8 hours on the road driving. I'm thinking about ducks. Do you know I have corkscrew penises?
Yeah. And they're fucking insane.
Yeah, and their vaginas corkscrew in the opposite direction because ducks are the rapiest animals on the planet. They actually have evolved to try to abate as much rape as possible, and it doesn't always. It rarely works because that's why we have more ducks.
So weird.
Yeah, they have sword fights with their dicks. I'm pretty sure their penises fall off and regrow every year. Am I thinking about the same ducks?
I know mine doesn't.
Oh. You should get that checked. I'm pretty sure it's normal.
Get it checked because it's normal? Or it's normal to get, it doesn't grow back. Nobody's grows back, Forrest.
Nobody's grow back.
Are you Googling the ducks? You trying to see if the duck penises grow back? I think they do.
Duck penises regrow every mating season. Once the season ends, The penises begin to shrink and regress until it's 10% of its full-grown size. They are stored inside the duck's body, waiting to emerge only upon copy. Hold on a minute. Like 97% of birds, ducks have super long penises. Is this just a thing? This is why I shouldn't have skipped ornithology. I took ichthyology instead because I wanted to cover like early evolutionary history.
Like 90%.
97% of birds.
97% of birds. Ducks have extremely long penises. Why are their dicks so big?
Similar to antlers and unlike human genitals, duck penises grow seasonally. That's from popsci.com, y'all. What is this? What I do know about them is that they're explosive when they emerge, as I guess these people are gonna say. They're explosive, like fucking they uncoil like a bullwhip. Horrifying.
I watched it.
You know what I'm talking about. You've seen videos.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the duck dick video.
If you haven't,
It goes blah, 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 blah.
just like that. If you
It's
haven't,
crazy, though.
go watch it. I think Ziff Frank did a video about ducks a long time ago.
You can do that,
probably
but
the first time I
also,
heard about
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shows, too.
Oh, of course.
Like, Nova shows have shit about it.
Duck Dicks in the New Millennium with David Attenborough. Nova.
The thing is, like, yeah. Like, he could do that.
If you
And,
want
and
to.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch the shit out of it. Are you kidding
David
me?
Attenborough up here with a little duck dick, just like whispering next to it. You have to be really quiet when you touch a duck penis.
This is the most extraordinary penis in the animal kingdom, next to mine. A duck's penis is tremendously longer than its own body, and it grows with explosive force.
It's pretty good, man.
That's what your mother said last night.
Fuck you, David Attenborough.
I fucking hate birds.
Like 97% of all birds.
I fucking hate ducks. Throw a rock in North America, and you're almost guaranteed to hit one of these stupid sons of bitches.
Okay. Alright. Gotta stop. Got to, have to. These pecans are pretty delicious, man.
Thanks,
I don't
man.
want to go to work.
Yeah, but we both have to. You gotta go do things, I gotta go write things, I gotta
I
record
know.
a video.
And I know we'll do better next time because we'll have better time. Maybe I don't know.
I've
It's
got
getting worse.
I've got things coming out that are really cool. I am genuinely sorry for the wait. It was out of my control. We had several bad things happen all at once, and there were
Yeah.
also several good things happen. There were several delays with this video that were actually positive things that made the video better in the long run. So
That's
I
good, yeah.
swear by Odin's beard, the second it's done, I will have it up and it'll be awesome and you're gonna love it.
What are you referring to right now?
The new YouTube video, the new episode of Reacteria.
Yeah. Okay.
I just it is taking a toll, but it is a really, really fun episode. We cover some really cool stuff. There are some special guests. There's just a lot of good things happen. So check that out when it happens. Don't check it out now because you'll be more disappointed than you probably already are in my channel.
Yeah, it's not there.
Donate what you can to teamseas.org, please. It would really help. We're trying to hit, I believe it's $3 million raised. And we're already almost halfway there. It's
That's
fucking
cool.
crazy.
Good job, people.
Or is it 300 million? I don't
I
fucking
don't know.
remember.
How do you do it? You just go.
I don't remember the marketing
You
copy.
just go to
It's
teamseas.org.
yeah, teamseas.org. We have currently raised 30 million. That's what it is. We have currently raised $6.8 million as of this moment, and that's 6.8 million pounds of trash removed from the ocean. And we're trying to reach $30 million by January 1st. Sorry, it's been a few days since I read the material for that. But it's an awesome charity, and like not only are they removing it directly from the ocean with like skids and divers and shit, they're also cleaning off the beaches, and they're also capturing it from rivers, because 1% of the rivers in the world produce like the vast majority of the ocean debris out there. And so we have these fucking, you wouldn't believe, they're so cool, garbage cleaning robots. They look like fucking old steamboats that have been like cut down the middle, and they just like scoop up all the garbage before them, and recapture it, and then they recycle it and dispose of it properly and all sorts of cool things. So
That's cool.
it's really awesome. And the goal is to remove 30 million pounds of trash, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not, because holy fuck, this world dumps so much garbage in the ocean. So this is a big effort that will help fix the problem a little bit.
Yeah,
and
but
more than anything, it'll help raise awareness.
Yeah, because it's vast.
It's a vast issue.
Well,
So
they fucking go to the bottom of the ocean and they find all this fucking shit. They're
we
like, oh,
we
God.
have found plastic trash at the deepest reaches of the ocean. We have found it in the Arctic. We have found it every fucking where. And there are microplastics that spread from that all throughout the food web. We find microplastics in like newborn fucking infants. It's crazy. So please go to teamseas.org and donate. And get ready for some other really cool stuff as well. Keep your eye on my TikTok page. That's where a lot of it's going to go. And my YouTube.
What
channel.
are microplastics? Like, what? Just
Very
a quick
very tiny,
rundown.
very tiny shreds of plastic.
It's just okay. So it's just like little fibers of plastic that you can barely like pick up on, but they get inside of you and they fucking. Okay.
Things that you can like sometimes can't even see without a microscope, but they build up.
We're kind of fucked on that, aren't we?
Yeah, humans eat about a credit card's worth of microplastic a week, like worldwide.
What the fuck are we supposed to do about that?
Stop polluting the ocean, and then it'll either work itself out. Hopefully, we'll be able to actually recapture all this. But it's unbelievable how far these things spread. You can find microplastics in every kind of meat. In fucking plants, they found microplastics in salt. They found microplastics in beer. They find microplastics every fucking where. Also,
This is depressing.
the chemicals that we
Ooh,
use to
Halloween,
make plastic,
spooky.
Yeah, the chemicals that we use to make plastic are insane too. You had BPA, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Like when you buy a water bottle
Supposed
or
to be
use,
the safe one.
yeah, when you buy like a reusable water bottle, it's like BPA free on there. You know what I mean? What that is, it's a hormonal birth control for girls. And they found out that it also makes plastic like flexible but durable. And so they're like, we'll make water bottles and shit out of this now. We'll put it in there. Nobody checked to see if it gets out of the water bottle, and it fucking does. It leaches into the water, and that's why they have to say, hey, this isn't in there anymore. It's safe to drink out of it, because like 90-something% of Americans, men and women, had hormonal birth control in their bloodstream. And they also use it to coat receipt paper, because it makes the receipt and whatever else. And there have been like news people have done this. They do like a blood test, and then they hold a receipt from Walmart in their hand for 5 minutes, and then do another test, and this fucking chemical absorbs through their hand and spikes in their bloodstream. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's one of the many ways that we're fucking ourselves up endocrinologically.
Why? So if we know that's a thing, why the fuck do we keep doing it?
Because we have no real fucking regulations in this country in terms of what corporations can do to hurt poor people.
That's hurting everybody.
Yeah.
That's not just.
But
poor
when
people.
you're running a fucking oil, plastic, whatever the fuck company, you can afford to drink BPA free water whenever you want. You get fancy shit. Like,
That's true.
that's the thing. Like that's always my metric. If I want to believe something is actually terrible, is like, would this also hurt rich, powerful people? So, chemtrails and shit. Oh, they're spraying shit out of the airplanes. That would be ubiquitous. That would go everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody would be hurt by that. But things like this, where it's about food quality and safety, like, obviously there's an issue here. Obviously there is. Fucking the amount of toxins, and I say toxins, I mean like actually like harmful heavy metals and toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say that word because I fucking hate when
Toxins. You got to remove the toxins.
when internet health gurus are like, oh, you got the toxins, and they don't know what the fuck they mean.
Yeah, they're
but like
just using it as a blanket word.
actually harmful shit. Like, notice it was found in like Gerber products, and they had to do like a big recall. And it's because fucking all the time, like, these major corporations will make something that's like obviously horrible, but if the cost of a recall is
Yeah.
greater than the cost of a lawsuit and just settling, then they just don't do the recall, and they're like, we'll just pay out of court, and a few $1 million, who cares? It's cheaper than not selling it.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you, dude. Like, that's
yeah, but the whole economy runs on that basis. And
Exactly.
I don't see, like, so many people don't really necessarily... Like, we've gotten to the point now where people almost don't see a problem with that.
Exactly. They expect corporations to be evil and shitty. And then, like, when we're like, hey, they shouldn't be, they're like, grow up, they're gonna be. And it's like, why, though? Why? Why is that the case? Where were fucking your kind of people when we were like, hey, we should live in a society and, like, vote and not murder each other? And they're like, grow up, we gotta shit in the woods and get eaten by bears. It's the natural way. Like, dude, come on, we can do things
they
better.
Existed.
Yeah, they surely did. They surely did.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, now, here we are, like, hey, let's maybe make sure everyone eats, and they're like, bleh, bring the bears back, reintroduce bears into society. You don't complain about college student loan debt when you're getting eaten by bears.
That's true.
It is true.
That's because it's not your immediate problem.
Yeah.
Right now, our immediate problem is, like, student loan debt
Yeah.
and things like that. If there were bears, we'd be making a podcast about bears.
While trying to not be eaten by bears.
Yeah.
It'd be a whole thing. We'd be sitting here talking, you just hear this fucking outside. And like, oh, shit. One's getting through. Pick
I
up
was
that board.
going to take my kids trick-or-treating tonight, but the bears are back.
Yeah, there's a 80% chance of bears today. Gotta be careful.
We usually don't even like to record on heavy bear days, but
Bear alert orange.
it's unbearable.
Nice. Oh man. That's probably it for this week. It's been fun. It's gonna be a short episode. We both got things. I think you're already late for work.
Something out so you guys would know that we still love you and we're still alive.
We're here for you.
We'll probably be back on the ball by next week.
Let us know in the comments if you
Let us know what you're doing for Halloween.
if
you do anything for
how many
Halloween.
pecans do you usually consume in a day? For me, it seems to be about a pound or so a day. At least it has been for the past two days. Tell us your Halloween plans. And remember the story of Sharon. And really ask yourself, if you were 95 years old and you met a fire-breathing whore at a truck stop, would it change your life?
I could have not.
Have an awesome day, everybody. We love you very much. We think about you all the time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.